All right, we are LinkedIn Live now. Happy Friday, LinkedIn community. Happy Friday. Boy, Rachel, it's the first week of 2022. It feels like it was just, we were just off for the holiday and we're already a week into the new year. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I think the $1,000,000 question is when do I stop saying Happy New Year, right? Because I could.
It's a good question. So I have a something. What's your definition? Like, when do you have criteria you use for that?
Not really. I mean, honestly, it's 2022. It's going to be a great year. I might just start saying it the whole year round.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think you should do that. So Joanna Gaines, like, we're big, like, Magnolia fans here, and she did a post recently. She said her mom still to this day will end messages to her saying, like, have a fun, not have fun, have a fun, right? And so I'm thinking about incorporating that. Like, I think so. For me, I can say Happy New Year if I haven't seen someone or talked to someone yet, and it's before the Super Bowl, right? So it's after New Year's Day and it's before the Super Bowl. Then I can say Happy New Year. But I'm thinking once I get past the Super Bowl, I might just go with have a fun.
I like that. What is like the definition of have a fun? Like, I want to know the story behind this.
I think it's just what her mom said. Like, it's just like, like everyone it's just a saying. She would just be like, okay, great to talk to you. Have a fun. Bye. Right.
I like it.
It was a salutation.
Yeah. I mean, I like it because it gives you like, have a fun what? Like, if someone's having a fun time, if someone's having a fun weekend,
Yeah.
It leaves it open to a conversation. I like it.
Well, you define the fun, right? And
yeah.
And that's a great segue to our conversation today. I'm so excited and honored that you would join us here on this session. I'm so excited and honored that you have joined Heinz Marketing, and you've been such an integral, important part of the team. But we've been doing this series of LinkedIn Lives, just kind of introducing people to the awesome people behind Heinz Marketing. I started this 13 years ago. It might be my name in the logo, but this company is made up of a number of amazing people doing amazing things for clients, and so it's my honor to showcase the great people we have. And Rachel, so honored and grateful you're on our team, and want to introduce you and let you sort of introduce yourself to the world as well. A little bit about you, your role at the company, but also what are things that you consider to have a fun.
Yeah, so hi everybody, my name is Rachel Degginger and I am a marketing consultant here at Heinz Marketing. I am one of our newer team members. I joined about 7 months ago, almost 8, whoop, whoop. But it feels like a lot longer. Honestly, I wish I would have been on this team forever because this is just the most amazing team. Matt is such an amazing leader to everybody. Everyone it's great energy. Everyone's so inspirational. I find myself, it doesn't even feel like a job, right? Like, it feels like have a fun. My work feels like have a fun. If I could describe it in a statement, it would be have a fun.
Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, look, like in any job, like, we have stuff we need to do, but I think we can have fun while we're doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we can enjoy each other's company, we can enjoy the people around us, and we don't have to take ourselves too seriously. And I think what we're doing for our company's growth and what we're doing to help our clients obviously is serious business, and we take it seriously. But boy, I think to be able to have a place that you enjoy, to be able to be excited to go to work at the end of the day, and then proud of yourself when you leave, and to be able to go off and do other things, like, it's an environment I'm proud of. And I think we look for people that we think are culture fits, but values fits, but culture adds. And you have absolutely added a ton to our culture. And consistently people talk about just how great you're doing in the work, but also just what a great source of energy and enthusiasm and positivity you bring to the team as well. And I know a lot of people on the team are listening. Shout out to Brittany and Sherry and a bunch of other people that I know are listening. Feel free to say hi in the comments and we'll put it up on screen so Rachel can see it as well. Yeah, so I guess you've been here 7-8 months now.
Yeah.
What are some things that you kind of some highlights? What are some things you're learning? What are some things that you think are most interesting about the work that you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. It's a wide array of stuff. And I think that's one of my favorite parts about, all of our clients are doing different things. All of our projects are different. We get to really customize each experience to the client. Personally, the thing that I love doing right now is writing copy. I think it's so much fun. I think it's such a joy to write emails and write social media posts. I'm a huge proponent of social media. I love it so much. I think that's a really great opportunity. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything in between.
Talk a little bit about copy. Because I mean, I think like anybody, a lot of people, like, the writing itself is a pretty basic human element for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But good writing, like successful
Yeah.
writing, compelling writing, sometimes is a different thing. What
Yeah.
what are components of what you consider to be good writing, good copywriting?
Personally, I think first of all, that just to start, I think the reason why I like copywriting so much is because it feels like, when you're a kid and you're playing dress up and you get an opportunity to like step into like your costume and you get an opportunity to really like step into that character's shoes. I see it a lot like that. So whoever we're writing for, it gives me an opportunity to step into who we're writing for and say, oh, if I was a sales leader, what would I expect from an email I'm getting? Or would I open this if I was a sales leader? And I think it's really cool to kind of act out those people as well.
Yeah.
And then in terms of the actual copywriting, I think really thinking about it from everyone's perspective, not just the client, but also who's going to be receiving the email. If you see a subject line and if you wouldn't open it yourself, why would someone else open it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think those are really important sort of sniff tests to put content around, right? I mean, like, put it through would be something that you yourself would be compelled to do. Like, we're all very busy people that have a million things flying around us. But even more important, I love what you said around sort of and I think and Carly just referenced it as well, sort of the dress up analogy. Like, put yourself in your customer's shoes, right? Like, if you understand, and it's not just assuming you know what they are, but like, I mean, you've done, and you've seen our team do a ton of deep heavy lifting around who are these people.
Yeah.
And not just like, oh, it's a VP of sales and they work at a fast growth company and they're in North Dakota, but like the psychographics, right? Of like what motivates them. What's the context into which you're sending this, right? The context of the message as well as the context of the channel. And the context of the channel and the time and the place and the cauldron of pressure that it's reaching your customer all is going to impact whether they actually are responding or not. And those are all really important components of good writing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, so beginning in 2022, we got a whole year in front of us. I know we as a company have been thinking about like our goals for the year. What are things you're excited about for this year? What are some things that you're excited about working on and spending time on?
So much in terms of, I'm just most excited about keep on working on this team. I mean, like I said before, it's an amazing team. I'm excited to grow more in my role. I just started 7-8 months ago. So I'm excited to really focus on my development and really, now that I've kind of been through the learning stages of some certain parts of the company, I'm excited to really hone in on the things that I'm really, really passionate about. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I think there's one of the beautiful things about being sort of on the consulting side is that we get to wear a lot of hats and we get to try a lot of different things. And there's never a dull moment for sure as part of doing that. One of the things that I think I know we talk a lot about is sort of our values and the culture we create here. What are some elements you consider part of having a good culture? What are some things that you maybe sort of favorites of what we do here? What are things that you consider sort of be sort of elements that companies should aspire to?
I think this is the most supportive environment I've ever had. There is never a moment where a team member is not going to step in and help you. Everyone is always there for each other. Everyone is very collaborative. It's amazing. I mean, I just gave shout out to our senior consultants. I just gave a cheers to some of our senior consultants yesterday because the first couple months, I mean, it's just a lot of learning. And I would not be in the place I am now without them. They have been instrumental in my growth and development, and I have learned so much from them. Their leadership has been amazing on this team. So
love that. Yeah, love that. And I think, shout out to our senior consultants. We've got Michelle, we've got Brenna, we've got Lauren, and I do love that we have such a supportive team. And I think in any work environment, especially talk about doing that in a remote setting as well, right? Where, I think you're new enough to the team. Like you didn't have the advantage of being here when we actually had an office where we weren't just in the basement with my piano behind me and my dog chewing on Xbox controllers over on the side over here. Like, it is just, it's different, right? And I think you have to work harder to build and maintain that culture. Talk about what are some things that you think are sort of really critical to sort of maintaining that level of connectivity and that supportive culture that you were talking about.
Yeah, so in terms of I think it's just always being available for each other, always stepping in when someone needs it, whether or not even if someone's a little wishy-washy about something, like there's been times where I've been like, okay, well, I kind of feel like I need help on this, but I don't want to bother anybody, but just working your way past that and being able to ask for the help you need. I think it's also being readily available on platforms, being readily available, just letting your coworkers know that you are here for them no matter whatever they need is a huge part. And I have found everyone has been amazing with that on this team.
Love it. Love it. Well, Rachel, I'm hoping this isn't the last time you join us on the LinkedIn Live. I'm hoping to sort of if you can encourage people. So we've got a bunch more people that I'd love to be part of this. I know we have some people watching that have not been part of this series before. If you were talking directly to them, which I'm looking at people that I know are here right now, if you could speak directly to some of your colleagues and say, and encourage them to be part of this, what would you say?
You should do it. Just do it. Just do it. It's a blast. I would highly recommend it. 10 out of 10 experience. Please.
And then hopefully this will be
I'll push them. I will be sending direct messages, so
yes,
just so you know.
I know that you will, and I look forward to that. And I'm just waiting for me to get some. Why did you call me out on Slack? But it'll be all fine. Hey, listen, Rachel, thank you for doing this. We're going to do more of these with you moving forward. I'm looking forward to continuing to get more people to know you, to learn about you, to learn the things you're learning here. But in the meantime, thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much, Matt. This has been
always great to see you. I love hearing your voice, seeing your smile, and have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Happy weekend, everybody.
Bye, everybody.